What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Mikko Rantanen. Yeah, we're talking about that, and I think this is kind of crazy, but nonetheless we're going to talk about it. So if you guys are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the squad. I'd love to have you guys here. We talk Leafs, we have fun, and we're going to be talking about a big topic today. So yeah, stick around. I'd love to have you guys here. We're inching closer, and I keep saying it, but it's the truth. We're getting closer and closer to that NHL trade deadline. We want to see what's going on. We want to see who could potentially come to the Maple Leafs and beyond that. And this is something that could be beyond that. It could be something that we can discuss. And man, Mikko Rantanen, okay? This is one of the craziest trades I have ever seen. This, like, winter time, depending on where you are in the world, but in Canada, this winter time, this hockey season, this winter season, the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic, which who saw that coming? And the friggin' Hurricanes make a massive deal and get Mikko Rantanen and Taylor Hall. Like, those moves happen so close to each other. Mega deals in sports. The Lakers and the Hurricanes acquiring two massive stars, okay? And I'm saying this because Mikko Rantanen is a big star, and Elliot Friedman said something very, very interesting when it comes to him. Now, the Hurricanes, as we know, and I'm just going to flash back, the Hurricanes are creative as hell, okay? Shout out to their GM. So Mikko Rantanen is set to become a free agent this summer, and the New York Rangers could look to pursue the superstar forward. Rantanen was traded from the Avalanche to the Hurricanes, but he's still yet to sign a contract extension. If he doesn't sign an extension with the Hurricanes by July 1st, he'll hit the open market, as the Rangers and Maple Leafs have been linked to be interested in his services. Teams will make room for this guy. If they have a feeling he's going to come to them, the New York Rangers, Toronto, it won't just be the teams with a lot of cap room. This is very interesting. And what I also want to bring up is I don't know if it was Elliot Friedman or another person, but they brought up the fact that the Hurricanes are so creative that they just might flip Rantanen at the deadline this year if they feel like, well, he's not going to sign and we could acquire another superstar forward that wants to stay here. Like, what? That's crazy. Like, they've done it. Like, I know they've made crazy moves before, and they've made it clear that they're willing to make big moves, but that's wild to me. And it seemed like the Hurricanes were interested in JT Miller and Pettersson as well. One of those guys could have potentially been on the Hurricanes. But Rantanen is a star, clearly. And to hear that basically every team will be willing to go after him makes sense. But the fact that he brought up the Rangers and the Maple Leafs is interesting, because the Maple Leafs will have a lot of cap space next offseason, especially if they don't re-sign guys like Tavares and Marner. It's been reported that Tavares might already have a deal kind of in the works and that it might be done according to the fourth period. But Mitch Marner, if the Leafs lose out on him, you could replace him with 28-year-old Mikko Rantanen. And again, I know he's had some injury trouble, but he's played a full season the last couple of years. This year has been a little bit different for him in terms of his point production. I still think he'll get close to where he needs to be, but 25 goals, 39 assists for 64 points, over a point per game with 49 points. And he's playing a lot of minutes, which is great. And with the Hurricanes, he has 2 points in 6 games, and I still think he's gonna end up being a lot better than what it's showing there. He's got to adjust to his new team, but this is interesting. Okay, I don't care if it's just smoke and mirrors right now, but I wanted to talk about it because hypothetically it does make sense, and I want to show you guys the cap projections. The Maple Leafs, with the increase in salary cap, will have $31 million to play with. And I showed this in a recent video, but if the Maple Leafs only sign one of Marner or Tavares, you can realistically take that money and add it to a contract like a Mikko Rantanen. And with the salary cap going up, the little bit that it's going up, you're going to tack on some of that because Mikko Rantanen apparently wants a big contract. And it seemed as though the Avalanche were not willing to pay that much. In the open market, Rantanen will get a ton of money, and I think that's why he's kind of waiting to see his suitors. If it's a $14 million deal and you have a choice between Rantanen and Marner, they're both great players. But if you don't feel like you have a shot with Marner and he's not willing to negotiate more and he's not willing to sign a contract and he kind of holds out, and if Rantanen is kind of like, yeah, I'll sign this deal, you have to make that move. And again, this is like NHL video game, NHL 25 type stuff. But if Mikko Rantanen is actually going to be available to the Maple Leafs this offseason and maybe there's interest on both sides, they have to explore that. And the Maple Leafs should be trying to make even more room to try to make that possible while also holding on to a bigger star. Because if the Maple Leafs go, look, maybe we won't sign Tavares and we'll just use that extra money, sign Marner, and then also acquire Rantanen, now we're talking, okay? There's a lot of options, and I'm not saying that this is something that could happen, but it's still possible. And if Elliot Friedman is saying that the Rangers and Maple Leafs could potentially be linked to Mikko Rantanen in the offseason, I'm okay to hear that. It's different from when a random insider is kind of like, yeah, like, of course every team would be interested, but the Maple Leafs, the Maple Leafs and Rangers probably would be interested. But Elliot Friedman usually is a guy that's breaking a lot of the news, and I know some people don't like him, but you kind of have to check his track record. The guy has been right on a lot of things, and he's had a main prominent role in the insider sphere and role of things in the hockey world for a long time. And it would make a ton of sense for the Maple Leafs if they can't reacquire or keep Mitch Marner and John Tavares in the offseason, if they go and spend that money on another big star in the NHL in Mikko Rantanen. Again, the guy has proven time and time again that he can put up big numbers, couple 100-point seasons the last year, 92 the year before. He's consistently scored a ton of goals, 55, 42, 25. And what have I been stressing? The Maple Leafs need goals. They need guys that can finish plays. They need guys that can score. And if you're able to go out there in the offseason and make a big move to hold on to your stars while also signing a Mikko Rantanen, you'd have to choose between Marner and Tavares. And, if it's possible, I'd keep Marner and go after Rantanen, which, again, might not be possible. This is kind of fantasy land here, but at least there's options. At least the Leafs are looking at these big-name players and thinking, yeah, this is a guy that should be on our team. I'm all ears. I'm ready to be interested in this, and I like to have fun with this stuff. So hopefully you guys agree. And if you disagree, I'm sure I'm going to hear it in the comments. I already knew that this was going to be oh, no, this is not possible. This is BS. This is clickbait. I'm just talking my opinion. I'm not saying it's truth. I'm not saying that I'm the one making up this rumor. I'm just having fun and talking hockey with you guys. So leave your comments down below. Sound off. Let's have normal hockey conversations in the comments. If you're new, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the squad. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.